What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my reaction to the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1099. Okay, guys, so we will now see where things go from here. We saw how Kuma became a revolutionary, the love story he had with Genie that didn't end so well, with her being kidnapped and they escaping, having a kid, but dying due to a disease called Sapphire Star or something like that. I can't remember the last part, but I do know the first part was Sapphire, and man, that was crazy. And Kuma went out of his way to raise that girl. It was just so beautiful, but also very tragic to know that her life would end very shortly. And then that's where, well, now we're going to see where we go from here. So let's check it out and let's see where we are. Okay, let's go. Chapter 1099, Pacifist. I think we're about to get the Pacifista here. Why the Pacifista program came to be. Oh, and I love this cover of Ishiro Oda. I mean, not Ishiro Oda, Kazuki Oden. Oh man, I just mixed that up. I'm stupid, guys. I'm stupid. All right. Oh, yeah, the former king. I do remember him showing up at the last chapter. Whoa, and look at Kuma. Kuma's fury, and dang, that is some serious fury. Look at his face on this side and on that one in the corner. Whoa, he is just pissed, and he is like, you are not getting away with this, you scum of a king. What was his name? King Bakori. Yeah, King Bakori. Whoa. Woo! I didn't even know that king would go this far. This guy is true scum. He really would fit in with those celestial dragons. The Far East? Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, yes, this is just like what they did at the Gao Kingo and what they did to Great Terminal. So that's where he got the idea from. Yeah, he really is scum. Damn. Kill 4 or 5 of them just because they're against what you're doing? Jeez. I don't know what more to say. Go ahead and try. Kuma ain't having any of this. Bam! That's what you get! This day would go down in history as Sobet's one-man revolution, and by golly, whoa, did I love reading all that. Just reading all that alone for all that time, it felt like one big story itself. All of the context in there, giving me all the details and knowing all about this was just, whoa, I loved it. It's like I just read one single chapter in 2 pages right there. That's what that felt like. Okay, let's move on. Garcia, learning about Sorbet Kingdom. Oh, so Kuma didn't want to be king, but the people just kept insisting, so he relented. But still lives in his church. Good man, Kuma. Good man. Old king, huh? So they had an older king named King Bulldog. Before that scumbag of a other king. Jury Bonney? She looks like how she looks in the present now. This must have been when she ate that devil fruit. Alright, so now we're about to see how that devil fruit came to be. Looks a lot like Genie, that she does. Then again, we already knew that. When we first met Genie, we've already figured that part out. And even she didn't notice how old she got. And they're just like shocked beyond belief. They're like, what? Oh, man. The former king? Requesting an audience with Kuma? Oh, what's going on there? Okay, she's trying to become a granny, but one of her, I think this was one of her crewmates. She thinks who the former queen she's holding is her. In all honesty, she does look like how Bonney would look like if she were older. So he's the former king. Oh, so that's his mother. I thought that was his queen. So that's where that story came from. Then again, this doesn't surprise me because after beating him and stuff, and even when we first met him back in previous chapter where he was called the Tyrant, I had a feeling it was going to be him who's going to reverse things and Kuma being called the Tyrant. So now we know where Kuma got that title from when he was first introduced to us as one of the warlords. All right. Okay, let's keep reading. Let's see what we got here. Ah, so this is how he went out to sea again, due to that scumbag of a king making that story up, and to better serve his country, he left to make sure that that king wouldn't step foot into the country again. That's Kuma for you, all the way. Marine ships. Oh, and there's that king. Smart on you, Kuma, 'cause it didn't take you long to meet up with him out in sea. And yet I'm guessing it didn't go well with the king here. Have you no shame, Kuma says. Of course he doesn't. And sank the entire armada in an instant. That's Kuma for you. And that's where he got his, and there's his wanted poster. That's where it began with him being known as the Tyrant. Well, it first started with the rumors, but then it became worldwide official with that wanted poster. Of course, having to leave Bonney behind, she is not happy. He misses her dad. Don't blame her. Yeah, hero or not, that's her dad. Can't say I blame her on that one. So with her father out there being a so-called pirate, she wants to be a pirate too. Still thinking she'll be cured by 10. Man. Hey, wait. That's the country he sent Chopper to. Looking for a cure for Bonney, I see. Mihawk's country. Hey, those two aren't those? I'm pretty sure those two are part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. So they were after Kuma once before. Huh. So while he was out at sea, going around looking for people who might know a cure, and all these places he went to are the places he took the Straw Hats to. So this is how he knew about it. I thought it was because of his connections with the Revolutionary he knew about all this. Wow, awesome. Oh, Dragon ship. Him and Kuma are reunited again. Nice. So it was during this time that Ivankov was captured and imprisoned and held down, huh? And yet the revolutionaries are still going strong. And that friendship between Kuma and Dragon is still there. Nice. Alright, let's continue to read. What we got? ah, so that's how that woman, Betty, yeah, Betty. That's how Betty became commander of the East Blue Army. East Blue Revolutionary Army. They kept it vacant for so long, pretty much like how it was with Kazuki Oden and the Whitebeard Pirates. Took a while for them to take someone up due to Dragon honoring Genie and only waiting for Kuma to give the blessing. Nice. I like that. I like that. Go where the winds of fate take you, my friend. Nice. I see Bonney's still growing and kicking some butt. And there they are in future location of Egghead. So this is what Egghead was like before the present day, huh? Oh, Vegapunk must have been doing a lot of crazy stuff since then. But it's because of Dragon Kuma met up with Vegapunk. That's no surprise whatsoever. All to cure Bonney. I am not surprised by that for a minute. And here both of them are meeting each other for the first time and are in awe about each other in terms of size, with Vegapunk the big head and Kuma giant. Okay, this is funny. Alright. Sapphire scales, that's what they were called. Stem cell transplant. So that's what they used to try to cure her? Wonder what that is. Making a cyborg, huh? Telling them about being a buccaneer. Naturally, Vegapunk would be intrigued by that. Clone him? What is he talking about here? Interesting. Very interesting. So in exchange for Kuma's blood so he could clone him, this is what led into Vegapunk getting the funds to find a cure for her. Dragon not happy about that arrangement. Well, it's clear Vegapunk and Dragon know each other very well. Who knew how long they knew each other? But hey, even as friends, they can have their disagreements or not likes in what the other does, but they can still consider each other friends. Friendship is so crazy. But that's why we love them. The Holy Land of Marijoa. A weapon's worth is defined by how many people it can kill. It's not a fool for not making the most of this chance, no matter. Who is that he's talking to? Saturn. Was he listening in on that conversation? On what Vegapunk was trying to do with the whole cloning experiment? Because it sounds like what he was going to do was completely different to what is being done with them in the present. Spineless pacifists, of course. I love keeping the peace. So that's how they got their the name of those of the Pacifistas. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta say, what a chapter that was right there. A lot of I don't know how to put it all. I mean, last chapter I was very heartbroken and stunned and everything with how what happened to Genie and stuff, and what was becoming of Bonney and everything. Now I'm in this chapter where I was just like, whoa, freaking awesome with what Kuma and how he became the king, and showing more again the such kind-hearted man he is as he went out to sea, not just in search of a cure for Bonney, but also to protect the kingdom and finally take care of that bastard king once and for all. All the way to meeting Dragon again and him giving Betty the blessings of taking up the commanding position of Genie, who had when she was the East Blue's commanding officer of the Revolutionary Army. And yeah, Betty and Genie got that same spunky personality. So yeah, perfect. And now here we are. Vegapunk finally meets Kuma and his daughter. Excuse me. And yeah, it's where we learn more and more, pretty much the origin of what the Pacifista program came to be, and how we got the name because of Kuma's kind heart and being a pacifist, but a pacifist who will fight. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. I can't begin to tell you how much that was. Well, of course, it's all about to go into tragic territory as we see with the president how the program of the Pacifista didn't go as well as much as what Punk wanted it to be, Vegapunk wanted it to be. One can only wonder what's about to happen. But hey, still, awesome chapter. I loved it. I have nothing more but good things to say about it. And just like always, guys, you enjoy my reactions. All you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!